Well, it's a breaking news. We'll be monitoring this court judgment since, but finally it's here with us. Nnamdi Kanu, convicted of terrorism. A lot of count there that he was convicted of. But one thing that is very, very remarkable in this, before we get started, he was saying that the court does not even have the law to try him. He has been saying that, as a matter of fact, there have been a lot of going front and back, whether he needs defense or not. I remember the day the justice was telling him, you better consult your lawyer, or that this is not economics. But Nnamdi Kanu says, you have no law to try me. I don't know why he's so confident. Certainly this case will go to appeal. Let's have that video where he was shouting and saying that the justice doesn't have a law to try him.
Don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Mad people. You don't know law. Show me where he says you can wear my right one like this. Show me the law. Show me the law. I want to show me the law. You don't know law. They are removing you. You're writing rubbish. Show me the law. One address, I feel it. You say I think that there's not for them. God will punish you now and forever.
Well, welcome back. So Nnamdi Kanu was shouting that there is no law to try him, but he has now been tried. So we have gone beyond that level, whether there is law or no law. But let's move further to the implication of this judgment for Nigeria, for the Southeast, for the people that Nnamdi Kanu is putting into the Biafra map, and also for foreign nations like America, whom the presidency here has been saying that what they were feeding them, and those feeding them about the genocide in Nigeria are actually Nnamdi Kanu people. So what is this going to be for Nigeria?
Well, I'm not. I'm going to speak based on being in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'm not an advocate of Nigerian disintegration, not at all. I believe in one Nigeria.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Whether Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, I think we are better together.
Yeah.
Then also, for the fact of what's on ground, we've not seen people tried on terrorism act or any kind of other violence like this case of Nnamdi Kanu. We see those that bombed Nigeria, bombed Yanya, bombed so many other places. Some of them escaped for prison. Some of them were left off the hook. We've seen those that have carried terrorist act against Nigeria. We see all of them coming for negotiation with federal government. They've also treated those ones with levity. But that of Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know what's failing it.
We see Gumi every day going to meet these bandits that
with police. With police, he goes with police. Police escorts him there. You see, I don't want to talk on an angry note. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We see Castina every day. Toji that we are talking about. Sarah reporter just made an allegation against the Minister of Defense, and they say when he was governor, he was paying them. I was buying cattle from them that they rustled. That he bought 34 cars. Pickups for them. I mean, they made this allegation, and they said the person that told them was his former aide. I mean, they are not just saying. Now we've seen all those things. I'm saying, why is it only about Nnamdi Kanu? Whatever is foiling it, we need to do.
All right, we'll get back to you so that your temperament will come down a little bit. So, before this judgment, we've seen Showore, conduct and lead the protest, Free Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that protest will now gain momentum and people are going to join, not minding the judgment?
Certainly. When Showore proposed and carried out that protest, he consulted far and wide. He reached out to the likes of Abubakar Atiku. He met with Lord Jonathan and many other personalities who okayed the protest and prefer a political solution to the Nnamdi case because of the nature of the Nnamdi case. Earlier on, you showed a video where Nnamdi Kanu is saying that the charges against him had not come under any particular law, that the terrorist act we are talking about the amendment, before it come into force. I think what he's arguing is that the law does not affect, him in any way, so he cannot be tried under that law. And he was saying that the court is going against an order of the Supreme Court, that he has gone as far as to the Supreme Court to get a restraining order, on this matter. Now, coming to the issue of whether Sowore will now take it upon himself, now that he has been convicted. The question we ask ourselves, why was Sowore asking for Nnamdi Kanu freedom? Was it that Nnamdi Kanu was unjustly being held under detection, or Nnamdi Kanu had not committed any crime, or Nnamdi Kanu has served out his tenure? So if on the basis that Sowore and others believe strongly that Nnamdi Kanu didn't commit any crime and it's now unjustly being convicted before now it was unjustly being detained, I think this is the more reason why they are going to come out and they are going to protest vehemently. But let's see what come ahead of us.
All right, there's something we can't take away from here. Very, very, very important because of tomorrow. I mean, Asiwaju can just come because of politics and they're still forgiving Nnamdi Kanu and let go. That's not a problem. What is very, very vital here is international laws, the procedures of extradition. If you think somebody committed a crime, Buhari is the only person that the 2 times he was president, the first one he attempted to bundle was Umaru Diko, and he was botched. This one, Nnamdi Kanu, was bundled. The procedures of extradition, if you believe somebody committed a crime and the person needs to be extradited, there are procedures for that.
You appeal.
That didn't happen in this case. Can you now commit offense? Can the law stand on unlawful action?
No, the law cannot stand on unlawful action. Before my belief that before he was extradited, they must have liaised with the Kenya government.
But they said at the day he was
that's a denial.
The Kenyan ambassador in Nigeria was not aware.
So why did they make case out of it? The Kenya government should have made a case out of it.
But do you believe the justice is going to stand on the extradition not being procedurally carried out?
Well, he's on Nigerian soil, and Nigeria as a sovereign nation can stand and say it our citizen he committed this act.
I don't want to agree.
I will let you. Let me finish. Let me finish. You see, the issue we are talking about is not about
ready now to leave the international community.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can choose to do that.
Is it
North Korea?
Exactly. It's not security to those treaties.
So they can choose to do that.
Now, what I'm saying is that hold on. Tinubu in his own this thing, I've said it again and again. If we're looking at diplomatic issues and where political issues should be solved,
so you believe that Nigeria will choose sovereignty and sever their relationship with African chapter?
Now, in looking at the international scope, Tinubu will now look at what is good for him. Now he's desperate for power. He wants a re-election. He will undermine international community and do whatever he wants to do.
Whatever he wants to do. Okay, let's see how that goes.
Let me before you ask me. See, when you ask whether the act of kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu in the eyes of the law, whether the Nigerian government, the Nigerian court can stand on it and convict him. It can never stand anywhere in the world because we are not in Banana Republic. This country is a country of law. There's a constitution. What is the law says about kidnapping? There are clear indications. If your citizen commit a crime and it's in another soil, you have to follow the international rule of bringing him back for trial. And if you don't follow that, whichever way you brought him back, the man had not come back. So whatever thing they have done, I can't help but to start with Nnamdi Kanu. This trial stand to be nullified because there's no trial in the first place because Nnamdi Kanu had not been extradited from neither the UK or in Kenya. What I say that the Nigerian government has committed crime against Nnamdi Kanu by kidnapping him from Kenya and bringing him here to conduct a kangaroo trial.
Okay, let me come to talk to you. Maybe you are not quite convinced. You might not remember. Do you know that Abba Kyari at some point was needed in America?
Yes.
Has it happened?
No. Now the reason that doesn't happen is because the government.
You think Americans do not have capacity to kidnap him here?
No, they don't. If they as a country come to try to kidnap, because they are following international law. What we did was that we set aside.
Nigerians are not following international law.
Now, let me tell you something. is based on the interest of the government of the day.
Yeah.
For example, someone like Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen.
Yeah.
He was caught, or he was.
As a matter of fact, he traveled to Kenya with British passport.
In fact, he was in Britain.
Yeah.
Then from Britain, he went to Kenya. It was from Kenya that they bundled him to Nigeria. Now, the British government, have they spoken about this matter forever? No. That's why would have brought the fear to the government of Nigeria. But since the British government hasn't spoken, the Kenya government hasn't spoken, that's what they are writing on. I'm not saying that what they have done is right. And let me also tell you that what they have done...
But it's about that. It's about what they are done being right.
Yes.
That's why actually, because of precedence,
Yes.
Buhari that did it is in the grave today.
Definitely.
May he so rest in peace.
Yes.
But there's going to be a precedence.
Yes.
Something is going to happen tomorrow, and it could be anybody. That's why we're saying, can this stand? Because mind you, this case will be appealed.
Yes.
Certainly, even let's push political solution aside.
Yes.
This is a judgment.
Yes.
I mean, it just got.
Okay, but let me tell you something. All the things that this administration,
about this one.
Yes, I agree, but we also have to follow precedent
Yes.
of what this government does.
Yes.
In the case of Fubara, what he has done, did he stand?
No,
He stood.
no, I'm coming.
No. The reason is because you need to know what we call
Yeah.
the character of the person in power.
Yeah, but what I say, we have never had anybody being kidnapped from anywhere in the world and tried in Nigeria.
Yes.
This is the first time.
Yes.
So Nigeria as a nation that wants democracy.
Yes.
Because Showore was, like he said, was protesting that Nnamdi Kanu was wrongly being detained.
Yes.
That he should be released.
Yes.
Now, will he be wrongly being convicted? If there's anything like wrongly being convicted, of course there has been. After all, the conviction of Kensaro Uwe and co is not being upheld, so there could be wrong conviction. So let's come. Nigeria as a nation that
Yes.
lives in democracy,
Yes.
are they going to sit back and allow a government kidnap people and stand on the kidnap to convict somebody?
Well, that's what they've done.
But that's
that's on my personal opinion.
What is the stake of Nigeria? What would Nigerians do? What should they do?
Because this one, they know that nothing's going to fly against them.
Okay, so let me come to you.
Yes.
If Showore protested, led people to protest, even though they were not allowed, but eventually it happened. Of course, when the people want something to happen, I tell people it must happen. It happened. The protest happened. That was for detention. Now it's a conviction that Nnamdi Kanu believed, and as a matter of fact, too many people have said that there was no way you would kidnap somebody and based on that you try the person. Just like you said, he had not come back. But at that time, I agree with that. He has come back. So now, Nigeria as a nation that want democracy, that still want to remain a nation that is not regarded as banana republic, not minding what Nnamdi was tried for. One of them was sit at home order and others. So but let's not get into that. What will Nigerians do as a nation, democratic society?
Now I'm going to speak on two things. First, in the eyes of the law, Nnamdi Kanu is not in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria against his right, against his will. He was kidnapped. And that cannot amount to say that Nnamdi Kanu has come back. Yeah. And secondly, during the trial, because that's what we call the principle of fair hearing, and God gave us 2 years to hear both sides of the story. Even though the judge claimed to say that they were uncontroverted evidence, the judge had not given enough time to Nnamdi Kanu to defend himself. Nnamdi Kanu has not expressed any defense in this matter. So therefore, Nnamdi Kanu has not been tried in any way. So to that extent, this judgment, this conviction today, like you said, they are always wrong conviction. That is why the Court of Appeal and they can be upheld. Exactly. So this Nnamdi Kanu has the right to go on appeal, and he will surely go on appeal. So, but on the issue of well-meaning Nigeria, including Showore, because this matter is not for Showore alone. No, they have the right to say, look, this conviction is wrong, without waiting for the court to take a decision and to protest for Nnamdi Kanu release, because in the first place, Nnamdi Kanu is being held against his will and his right.
Okay, now let me just dive a little bit of Nnamdi Kanu not being able to defend himself, because principles of fair hearing is fundamental to any justice.
Exactly.
But do you think the foreclosure was premature?
It was premature. You know why? Even if the man said he want to defend himself, the man said, I don't want my lawyers anymore, I want to defend myself. You have to give him enough time. You don't have to foreclose him. If the man comes to court every day, you only foreclose people who don't come to court. The man, each time he comes to court, he gives excuse. Like today, he said there's a Supreme Court order. He has gone as far as Supreme Court to procure an order to whatever the order, I may not have an idea of it. But there's a Supreme Court order. Which he mentioned. Supreme Court is higher than the trial court. Why won't the court wait for the outcome of the Supreme Court.
Okay, let me come to you. Nnamdi Kanu was walked out of the court because he was challenging, shouting Justice Omotosho. Do you think Nnamdi is overly bold or rowdy in general?
No, it's not overly bold. When you stand on what is right, because that's one of the reasons he convicted him. I just wanted to raise it. He said he was unruly. He said he didn't have manners, and he was disrespecting the court. You know, now it's not about being bold or not to be bold.
As if you know I was going to ask you about that.
You see, everybody has rights. Do you understand? The same way you have your obligations. Do you understand? His right is what he's talking about. I'm always of the opinion that the way people go to court and said, as the Lord pleases, he doesn't please the Lord anyhow. He pleases the Lord as he pleases the law. That is it. According to the law.
Now, exactly, it's like he's converging with you in some form. That not is just as the Lord pleases. And this case
is as the Lord pleases.
Yeah, hold on.
It must be as the Lord pleases.
Not just only as the Lord pleases. According to, let me tell you, the other day, Tinubu was, our president, was talking with the judges. He was telling them that there's a temperature that the people expect from the court. That temperature that he was preaching during this, that judges conference was about 2-3 days ago.
It's still ongoing.
It's still ongoing. Yeah, it started about 2-3 days ago.
It's ended today.
It's ending today. So, and it's ending today. Coincidentally, he was preaching about the morality of the people's expectation from the court. And our president said that is not an abstract expectation. Exactly. That is a real expectation. Do you think the court has disappointed the people? In this case, not necessarily supporting Biafra. Nobody wants. I mean, Nigeria is not even big enough. I tell people that Nigeria is not big enough. Ontario, a province in Canada, is bigger than Nigeria. Ontario is over 1 million kilometers square, but Nigeria is just about 990 something thousand kilometers square. So Nigeria is not even big enough. So we even want more space. We don't want to be smaller. Not in support of that. But do you think Nigerians are in good temperature with the judgment of today when it comes to the kidnap and the observance of democratic principles in allowing somebody to be fairly tried?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You see, I will be one of the last person that will support Biafra, because from their map, my place was wrongly put in their map. So I'm against anything Biafra. But what I'm saying here, it is the principle of the law that require that when a man is accused of any offense, is to be given fair hearing. Until he's proven guilty, the man is an innocent. And for you to prove the man guilty, you must give the man ground to defend himself. But in this case, Nnamdi Kanu was not given a room to defend himself. When the judge said Nnamdi Kanu was unruly and he doesn't have manner, how can he be? How can he have manner? How can he be cautious when he's being tried? When he's being kidnapped, his will is being taken away from him. His right is being taken away from him. In fact, when you make a man to be violent, the man has to be violent. This man was brought from Kenya against his will and bundled to court. And from the beginning to today, Nnamdi Kanu has been in DSS detention. Is that how you try a human being? Is he the first person that had asked for a separatist?
Okay, let's get this thing together. Today, separation comes in different forms. Today, we have several local governments under the control of bandits. And we are not seeing this level of ferocity
against one man,
in the hand of government. How about we deploy this level of ferocity against bandits, against Boko Haram, against all the rest? Do you think by now, if we have started since 2009, that they just abducted 24 children in Kebbi State?
No. Okay, you are going too far. The Kwara State that we are talking about, that they went into a church, there is another attack after that one. As of today, there is another attack in one of the communities in Abuja here by bandits. One policeman killed during a Godua. We see these things, we now live with it, we now see it, we now feel it, we now touch it on a daily basis. If we have this enormosity of energy to dispense and use for one man, the same way they use for that of PDP, I'm sure this terrorist act that has been committed, banditry, would have been finished on all fronts.
Okay, let me talk to you. Wike say he's ready for PDP's peace, but PDP must not bring out a presidential candidate. Do you think if they tell him Nnamdi Kanu, don't talk about Biafra again, do you think he will accept for there to be a political solution? The president can still come with.
In the first place, they had to give Nnamdi Kanu back his right. Nnamdi Kanu has to be taken to where he was kidnapped from and get his freedom if they must negotiate anything. But I don't think Nnamdi Kanu didn't just come to say he is Biafra. The basis upon which Nnamdi Kanu was asking for Biafra was that the Igbos are being marginalized, that the Igbo were not treated fairly, so that if we are not being treated fairly here, if we are being marginalized, let us go our separate way. So if you want to be together, treat us fairly.
However, I don't think Nnamdi Kanu will back down on his accent because he has also given conditions before, and the condition he gave were fair enough. The condition he gave was that some development of particular projects should happen in the southeast, and he said when this is done, I heard him by myself, that this backing down on Biafra will go away.
All right, for those joining us, let's just have that place where Kanu was shouting for the judge, saying that there is no law that is in Nigeria capable of being used to try him.
Don't touch me. I'm telling you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Don't. Smart people. You don't know law. Show me where he says you can wear my right one like this. Show me the law. Show me the law. Omotosho, show me the law. You don't know law. They are removing you. You're writing rubbish. Show me the law. One address. I see the thing. You say you are doing their job for them. God will punish you now and forever.
All right, a lot of people are saying this, that you can't say Igbo man is being marginalized. They are probably the richest anywhere in Nigeria, apart from the indigenous people. In some cases, they are even richer than the indigenous people in that state.
Yes.
Do you think Igbos are actually being marginalized? Anywhere, there's no nook and cranny where you don't find an Igbo man, and they are doing very well.
Okay, so I'm
asking you, do you think they are marginalized?
I'm going to put the question back to you.
No.
The Igbos in this country, have they been president before?
I want to ask you,
have they been president before? Until maybe when they become a president, that they are not, that's when they know that they are not marginalized.
All right, let me come to you with this.
Yes.
Do you think Igbos are marginalized?
Now, in your analysis, before you ask your question, you said they are in every nook and corner in this country. What do? Are they working in government? They are entrepreneur. In fact, they make the Nigerian economy vibrant. Boom. But because of this, this what they are jealous of, and that's why they are being marginalized. They are not in government.
All right, I think we see what Nigeria that works for everybody. Nigeria is better when we are bigger, but must have the same reward system for all Nigerians and the same punishment system for